This will be a short one because good morning. This will be short because I was so enjoying just relaxing. I forgot I have a call at 10 o'clock. And then I looked at the time when I got on. I said, oh shit, it's already 9:44 as I was logging on. Does it really take me 2 minutes to set up my Zoom and all that? That's crazy. So good morning. And maybe it's good that it's short. No reading this morning. At I went to go grab the deck and it was like, no, not today. I said, okay. Mm. So be prepared for your next level. I um I got an invitation to this new app called Clubhouse. So let me so let's talk about this. Yesterday, a friend of mine on Facebook, she posted about, Clubhouse, and she was like, yeah, I'd like an invitation. I'm like, what the hell is Clubhouse? Like, I never heard of it, didn't hear of it. She posted the link or information about it. So I go click the link to learn about the app and to see what it does. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I was like, yeah, sure. I'll sign up. Apparently, you have to be invited, right? So it's kind of like, in some ways, how Facebook was in the beginning. And it's probably going to remain that way so that some of the fuckery that happens on Facebook doesn't happen on that app. So you can only be invited. You can't just sign up for the app. And I was just in one of the one of the reasons why I was late. There was a clubhouse. They're like all these little rooms, like it's chat rooms, but you're not chatting, you're listening. So it's as though you're at a virtual like conference type thing. And they're explaining the app, and basically you can go back and see through who nominated you and who let who into the room. And if someone violates the terms and agreements of the room, not only will that person be kicked out, but the person that who invited them will be kicked out too. So it's like, yeah, you don't want to just invite any old person to this app. So as I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Okay. But so let me go back. So yesterday, this is Sunday. Saturday, I find out about this app and I figure, okay, I'll sign up. Apparently, it takes a while for you to get invited in, so forth and so on. Now, I didn't know that I had a friend who was already on the app because I didn't know about the app. And so Saturday afternoon, I sign up. Saturday evening, I get a notice saying, hey, you're in the clubhouse. And I'm like, oh shit. Like I thought I had to wait. Um, and so she's telling me about it and she's like, do you want to be in this? Do you want to be in that? What are your interests? So I was like, wow, but it didn't take me any time to get in, which I find interesting because apparently folks are waiting. And so I'm scrolling through the rooms, and that's time to the be prepared. I'm scrolling through the rooms and well, thank you for the prayer. I'm scrolling through the rooms and I'm looking at the people who are on this app. And part of me is freaked out because there are people who are on this app who are about some shit. And that's when it hit me that, well, hit me again. You have to be prepared for your next level of who you're looking to be. I need to get my nails done. I'm sorry. I know that's really random. I was taking a break from getting my nails done. I might just wait till January. Um, you need to be prepared for the next level of who you're looking to be. Like so many of us want to, like most people want money. Like we think the money is the thing that's going to make us happy. And for some of us, that money does provide opportunity and freedom that it wouldn't otherwise, right? Let's be honest about that. But there's but in order for that to happen, you need to be ready to sit in the room with people who are where you're at. You need to be ready to up your confidence level. There's a certain amount of I am the fucking shit that has to come along with your success. And we are so taught to be humble. Go look up these words, by the way. Wait, let me do that right now. Let me do that right now. We've been so taught to be humble and modest and, through this weird version, I'm gonna say it, this weird version of Christianity that leaves people like feeling like, no, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. Oh, that's not what I want. That was cool music though. I don't deserve this. Oh, it's only because of the grace. I don't deserve it. First of all, anybody who's walking around saying that they don't deserve the love of the thing that they think created them, that's like a child saying to their parent, I don't deserve your love. It's fuckery to me. Anyway. So because of that, we've all been taught to think so low of ourselves and to hope that other people see and hope that they give us praise, and then we're kind of going to be okay. Do you notice who the people who are successful, they don't do that shit. They ain't waiting for you. They don't give a fuck. And there's a difference between that and being conceited. Conceited being, I'm better than all you motherfuckers. Y'all all suck. None of you can be in a room with me. I am the best thing that was ever created. That's not that. That's not that. Right? So we're not suggesting do that or be selfish or just be a general asshole. That's not the same thing as just knowing you're the fucking shit and owning your own power. We don't want people to own their power. So I looked up these words once upon a time because people always be humble. Humble. Not proud or arrogant, modest, having a feeling of insignificance, inferiority, subservience, low in rank, importance, status, quality, etc., courteously respectful. Who you want to be humble? Having a feeling of insignificance? Not proud? No, you don't have to be arrogant. Modest. So let's look up modest because people are always talking about how women need to be modest. This is dictionary.com, by the way. Modest, having or showing a moderate or humble. We already checked out humble, right? Not proud, inferior, insignificant. Having or showing a moderate or humble estimate of one's merits, importance, etc. Free from vanity, egotism, boastfulness, or great pretensions. Free from ostentation or showy extravagance. So you should not want to build a very large house that has ornate fixtures that are beautiful, that you enjoy, because you should be modest. Free for having or showing regard for the decencies of behavior, speech, dress, etc. That's cultural, right? I mean, who actually gets to decide that? Limited or moderate in amount, extent, etc. And it says a modest increase in salary. So modest, a little bit, but not too much. Not a lot. Just right here. So I'm humble, which means I think I'm a little lowly. I'm about my head, like this. And then modest, which means I don't get to have too much. Not too much. Who are y'all? Please raise your hand if that's the kind of life you want to live. That's what I'm saying. We use words not understanding what we're speaking. I don't want to be fucking humble. I've worked damn hard, read lots of books, gone on lots of retreats, done research, cried on bathroom floors, doing my own inner work, used my yoni eggs, used my crystal wand, put myself kind of out there as my own experimentation person, not knowing it, by the way. Had to work through forgiveness, had to deal with anger, learn to love my body, learn to love the skin I'm in. And you, not you, y'all, you, society, want me to be humble? No. And that doesn't mean you're not appreciative. We do this either or thing all the fucking time. All the fucking time. You can only be this or that. I can't be wealthy and appreciative. I can't give thanks and have gold faucets in my bathroom. I can't have gold faucets in my bathroom, but still give away my money to people who also need. Like, ugh, how could they? And I used to be one of those people. I remember back in the early 90s, I think I heard that. No. There's a store on Fifth Avenue called Henri Bendel. And it's Fifth Avenue in New York City. And if you've never been to New York City, it's Fifth Avenue in New York City, right? It's just, it's what you think. And I was working for I was 18 and I was working for the wife of a lawyer. So my mother had helped me get this job. She worked for one of the other lawyers, and this woman needed a gal Friday. Here I am, 18, Black chick, running around doing errands for this really wealthy white woman. I was getting paid bank though. Let me just say, I was 18. This was 91, 92. I was making $10 an hour. Okay, that's the money that they had back then. I was making $10 and I didn't even register. So anyway, I have to go into Henri Bendel. She needs me to buy something. It's my first time in a store like this. I mean, aside from like Bloomingdale's and that stuff, but in a store like this. My mother would probably be like, no, it wasn't. I took you to stores like that when you were younger. So anyway, I look on the rack because I'm just like, wow, this is interesting. And I'm feeling so out of place right now, right? It's very white. So I look at this rack and I see this belt and it is $300. And with all of my righteous indignation, I was like, because I remember, can't believe somebody would spend $300 on a belt. It's like, it's extravagance. They can get the same belt for $12.50. It's like, this is these people. Now at the time, these people to me were only white people, right? Because that was the wealth. And so in my mind, I don't want to be like white people. So I don't want to be wealthy. I'm 18, still a teenager, just graduated high school from a boarding school full of wealthy white people. So there was a flow in my head about what this meant, right? Fast forward 20 plus and some odd, what is it, 10, 20, almost 30 years later, fuck man, I would buy a $300 belt. Absolutely. If it was something that I felt like meant something to me. I'm not going to buy it just to buy it, right? I'm not going to buy a $12.50 belt just to buy it either. But we have these ideas in our minds about what this means, what this wealth means, what this humility means, what this modesty means. And it is keeping us, especially my Black and brown people, it is keeping us down at the bottom because we don't want to believe that we are the shit. And we keep listening to people tell us how disenfranchised we are, how we're so behind the 8 ball, how we just don't have any opportunities, and I'm not trying to sound Republican. What I am trying to say is we are allowing other people to create our narrative for us, and it is affecting our wealth. The same wealth you say you want while you sit and talk with your friends. It gets in your head and in your psyche. Be humble, be modest. And in our community, especially, we teach that. Be humble, be modest. You think you too much. You think you all that. Yeah, I do. Do you not see me breathing? Don't you think you're all that too? Shouldn't we all think we're all that? Because if I thought I was all that, then every opportunity that came my way, I would snatch up and make it gold. And I wouldn't be worrying about coin because my life would be so abundant, the coin would just be a part of that. You have to be prepared. My call is actually coming soon. My call is with my financial advisor, by the way. You have to be prepared for your next level shit, which means this. And I know I'm about the sex and orgasm because it ties in. It ties in. You keep all your shit clamped out of the need to be humble and modest, to be seen as good, holy, whatever, without expanding the idea that you are the fucking shit, you'll be sitting 10 years from now still telling the same story about what you want to create and what you could have done and when your ship comes in and all that other kind of bullshit. Wait, you're waiting for a ship to come in, somebody else is over there building theirs or paying someone else to build it for them. Supporting someone else's family. You build my ship, I will pay you, I will go sail. You sitting over here talking about I'm waiting for the ship to come in. What the fuck kind of phrase is that anyway? No. So I say all that to say, because on this app, I realize that there are people who I could connect with, who could provide opportunities that I would need to be prepared for. And would I self-sabotage and sit back and go, I'm not ready. No, you know what? I can't because X, Y, and Z, because we come up with excuses. We come up with excuses when the opportunity is too scary and we're not ready for it yet. We come up with reasons why we can't do it. And they sound valid too. They sound so valid. My kids, as if we don't have enough time to maybe find a sitter or can make other arrangements, because we can. When it's for you, the way will be made. I don't know enough. Well, nobody would come to you if they didn't think you already knew. They saw in you what you can't yet see in yourself. So be prepared. Be prepared for your next level. Don't just spend time talking about it and meditating about it. And all of that is good. It's good. I do it too, because we really have to unravel these shitty ideas that we have in our head. And we go in front of mirrors and we say affirmations that we don't actually mean in the hopes that the affirmation will change us. Like we say the words in the hopes that the words will do the power. And really, you're supposed to be talking to yourself. I could do a whole thing. You're supposed to be talking to yourself. You are the power. You are simply stating what's true about you. So if, by the way, if you're using affirmations that you just kind of don't believe, change them immediately. You will not be able to say, I am a millionaire 30 times in a row and believe it if your psyche won't allow it. And then you'll say affirmations don't work. Choose something that your psyche can believe. I'm learning how to be wealthy every day. Your psyche might be able to handle that. And over time, you will be able to say different things. So that's it. Be prepared for your next level, y'all. Open yourselves up to opportunities beyond your reach. Don't sit and wait in your own little pool and hope that they come to you. And you have to not be afraid to fail. I get on here every day. I could say some fuck shit. People could come for me. Don't know. Kind of care, kind of don't. You still got to show up every day for what it is that you stand for what your gifts are, for what you believe in your soul. This is why it's so important to be connected to your soul's desires and to understand yourself. This all comes back to that. And you know how sex magic and these things can actually help to release some of that and help you get deeper into yourself. But I digress. When you understand that and you are connected to that, then no one can tell you shit. You stand firm in your belief. You stand firm in the belief of what you deserve, what you desire. No matter what anybody in your family says. Oh, you think you big stuff now, or you can't do X, Y, and Z anymore. You think you big time, huh? Your head done got big. You know, you think you got such and such now. You think you all that? How many of y'all, you think you all that? Yeah, I do. Again, like I said earlier, yeah, I do. Don't you? Don't you think you're all that? Because when you're saying that to me, what it sounds like is you don't think you're all that. You think you're shit, and you want me to think I'm shit too, so it'll make you feel better about thinking you're shit. I'm not here to help you think that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you see how utterly great you are. And if you don't want to see it, that's cool. But I will not diminish myself, my light, what I need to do in order for you to feel better about your shitty self. Sounds personal. And let me tell you something. 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't have got on here and said that. But I'd have tried to say it in this really gentle way. We don't have time for gentleness. We don't. Yeah, have y'all looked out your window at the world today? We don't. So I'm a Virgo. Virgo sun. My Mercury's in Virgo. That's what I got for you. All right. Let me see where she's at. She's probably dealing with her young child right now, but it is financial advisor planning time. I got some things and some moves that I need to make. Speaking of moves to make, Solstice Alchemy, someone asked me about it. I will not be doing it as a general public thing for a couple of reasons. One, it's mostly women who signed up. I think over the course of the 3 years, I've had like 3 men actually sign up for it. So what I'm doing is it's going to be in the coven. If you don't know what Solstice Alchemy is, it was a 40-day journey into your soul's desires. This year, I think it's going to be a 30-day journey. The extra 40 days we didn't need. I did the 40 days of prosperity plan. So I'm going to make this a 30-day journey. It will be in the coven. So if you're part of the coven, we're going to go through Solstice Alchemy. If you're a woman who would like to be part of the coven, then DM me so we can, make sure energies align and match. And here's why. Solstice Alchemy, not that I need to explain it, but I will. Solstice Alchemy was $22.11. I did that because I remember being broke, and I remember not being able to afford a $97 anything. And I remember feeling shitty about it. And I know that I always wanted to create something that people could get at. And so and Solstice Alchemy was born partly out of that. So membership in the Essential Energy Coven is $25.99. It's like $4 more than whatever Solstice Alchemy would have been. It's $25.99 monthly. I'm not going to do two things. And it didn't make sense for me to have the women in the coven pay for Solstice Alchemy when they're already in the coven. So if you want to do the 30-day journey with me, come into the coven. It's for women, and that's what it is. If you're a man and you're looking to learn from me because y'all keep picking my brain at things, I got OnlyFans. I indeed do. Come join me on that. Links are in my link in bio. You know what I mean? The knowledge is there. The time, the exchange. That's to me I don't want to say it's only fair, but that's to me that it's necessary for you to invest in yourself. It is necessary. I could talk about that. There's something about when you, and I say this, I can only say this from my perspective. I've done a lot of free things. I did not put the same energy into it as when I invested. That energetic investment makes you work. It does. So I'm giving opportunities for people to access without it breaking your bank, y'all. Because I've been there. All right. That's all I'm gonna say this morning. But now about making these coins greater. Vixen, still talking to some people. We're going to start in late January. I'll probably talk to a lot more people in January because I know the holidays are coming up, and I want you guys to enjoy your family time, or however you're working it out with COVID. All right. I love you all. I will see you back here tomorrow, probably at regular time, 8:30-ish. But enjoy your Sunday. Bye.